Welcome back, everyone, to UKSG Green 2023. This event, we are raising money for Crisis, and you can donate with the links below the stream. We'd also love to shout out both ESA and BSG for their continued support. This is the final run of the marathon, and before I hand it over, I want to let everyone in the room know about a very special incentive we have during this run. When the timer starts, the first 10 people here to donate at least $20 will be given the opportunity to cut either Ruffle Bricks or Nico Hart's hair. First 10 people once the timer starts.
Hey, you can't pull out your phone prematurely. That is cheating.
But without further ado, let's close this marathon. Let's hand it over to English Ben and Josh Murs with Grand Theft Auto Vice City.
How exciting is this? Yeah. I don't know how I'm going to follow Tiny Tim, but I'm going to do my best.
No, I don't.
That was
something.
Yeah, thank you. That was all I need. One word of encouragement. Now I'm good to go. Welcome everyone to Grand Theft Auto Vice City Titan Vice. So originally, I submitted any percent no SSU, which is just like, any percent run, kind of boring. But this is a little more interesting. So I'll give you a brief explanation before we start. Also, here's Josh. Hi, Josh.
Yeah, hi. Yeah.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. Yeah,
cool.
Keep going.
Anyway, anyway, Josh, shut up. So. Titan Vice is a mod that came out last year, and it's kind of like, it's inspired by GTA 3 Toughen mod, if you know what that is. If not, don't worry. It's very Kaizo-like. So basically what it is, it's the same game. As you can see, UI and everything all looks the same. But all of the missions that we're going to be doing have been modified to be extremely difficult. And not only that, but to completely troll speedrunners. So all of the stuff that usually works doesn't. So we had to make a completely different route, all sorts of different strategies and stuff like that. So what I'll do, most of this commentary as we go through, I'll be sort of talking about like the differences between the original game and what we have to do instead, rather than standard, lore of what happens with Vice City, because most people know that by now. Sound good?
Yeah, makes sense.
Sound good?
Sounds
cool.
Great.
Right, timing will start when I hit new game here. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo!
That was the best woo I've ever had.
Yeah, thank you.
Woo, woo. So, a couple of things to start off with. Exploding buses, the snow in Miami, which is a little strange. And yeah, we'll talk about a lot of things. It's not just the missions that have been modified. That's bonus dialogue, if you're not too familiar with that. There's different outfits. The traffic is different, as you can see on the bottom of the screen. Tommy's had his Weetabix, so I can actually sprint infinitely, which is very nice, just by holding the sprint key. And also, I can run with heavy weapons. Josh, you'll know that from BCS. So even if I have like a rocket launcher or something, I can sprint, which is quite nice. If you're familiar with the start of any percent run, this kind of starts somewhat similarly, apart from, there's a couple of extra things that we'll have to do. But, going to the hotel, everything like that is very much normal. Josh, I'm going to hand it off to you nice and early, because you're going to have to explain a lot of things in just the first couple of minutes before stuff starts getting a bit crazy.
What am I starting with? OM0?
Yeah, on Mission 0, duping, everything up to Jury Fury.
So there's like one big trick in the early GTA games, the 3D ones. It's called on-mission manipulation, or just OM0. There's a thing in the game called on-mission. It's like a variable. It's either on or it's off. It tracks whether you're on a mission or not. So right now, he's not on a mission. So if you look at his mini-map, he can like save the game. He can start another mission. He can do whatever he wants. He's in free roam mode, right? When he starts a mission, all of that will go away, and you're doing the mission. You're on the mission. You can't do like anything else.
Yeah, I'll show you in a second what that looks like.
Yeah. So when he goes into the marker, so if you look at the mini-map is the main way to tell. So he had like the L on the map and the save point, and then after this, once he's on the mission, now it's like, he can't do anything except what the mission needs him to do. So now he's on mission 1. So the variable has gone from 0 to 1, and now the game's like, oh, you're on a mission, won't let you do anything. Well, all of the early GTA games, the 3D ones, we all now have ways to manipulate this variable to allow us to make the game think we're not on a mission when we clearly are. So it gives us access to that free roam mode again. And then we can do bad things like starting 2 of the same mission, or God forbid 2 different missions.
And a lot of that later.
And then really bad things happen. 99% of the time it crashes the game, but we just exploit the 1% where that doesn't happen. Yeah, so you're going to be using that a bit later. Thankfully, this first mission, or second mission, I guess, is just normal.
Yeah, it's all very normal until the very end. You'll see in a second.
Yeah.
One thing to also note is also this mod has an autosave built in. So it can be kind of good in the sense that, if I fail this mission, for example, I can just load the autosave, hypothetically. But it's also kind of a problem because, as you can imagine, if we're doing all this kind of duping stuff and the game saves while I'm on a mission because it thinks I'm not, then the save just bricks and the run's over. So got to be very careful to not do that. Yeah, so this is where one of the first differences are. These guys, these sailor guys all have M4s. But I'm actually going to kind of use it to my advantage. So, as you can imagine, you do some early missions. Hello, lady. And, that's not very nice, Mercedes. Come on, just come and finish the mission. Like, come on, that's just not okay. But yeah, so I've just killed all those 3 guys, and I picked up all of their ammo, and that actually benefits me. Because if you spawn a bunch of dudes, give them really overpowered weapons, then I steal them. Then we can, do a lot of really fun stuff in the start of the missions, because you're not intended to have assault rifles by the end of the first mission.
Yeah,
so
you're supposed to have like a hammer or something, right? Like,
yeah, exactly. Handguns, maybe, if you're lucky, there's a couple of spawns. But yeah, mostly it's just, you're definitely not expected to have any kind of heavy weaponry by this point. So, next up is just going to the Malibu Club and find Camp Paul. As you can see, there's a ramp in front of me. If you've played Vice City, you'll realize that, those ramps aren't supposed to be there. The developer of this mod, Dinosaur Bites, the traffic has also been modified. There's a lot more angry drivers, and there's actually rush hour in this as well.
Oh,
if you drive at like 5 p.m., people just go mental. So, yeah, there's loads of cool stuff. But yeah, Dinosaur Bites, the guy who made this, he did it all himself, and he also modeled a lot of things like interiors, and made his own graphics for the mod and stuff. So it's really impressive for a one-man project. That doesn't mean that I don't despise him for putting me through this. But I like to pretend that we have a good working relationship. So yeah, these guys, the Malibu guards, they attack you no matter what. Usually they do if you have a wanted level because you've been a naughty boy, but that's not a thing here. And the chef here has actually been moved, so you need to take a little different route. I'm going to concentrate here because as soon as I pick up the phone, yeah, don't worry about that. That's a goofy thing. This is way more important. So 2 of these guys have shotguns that will pretty much insta-kill me. So I need to run here, get this, and then I'm also on a timer because someone has stolen Lance's car, and if I'm just about fast enough... Nice, I got it. That is a hard snipe. Snipe him out the way. So yeah, like, the second mission in the game, and Dinosaur Bites is like, hey Ben, I've got an idea for you. There's 2 insta-kill mechanics, and also you've got to hit a really hard snipe on a guy, and then you can go and do the tutorial. And it's like, oh, thanks, man. Yeah, great. But yeah, as you can see there, the M4 that I stole from those guys, like, this mission would be significantly more difficult if I didn't take that. Like, that makes it so much quicker. So here we're just heading back to the hotel. Again, usually you would have the ammunition cutscene here, where you go in with Lance to ammunition, and you go and say hi to him and whatnot, and learn how to buy guns, but we're doing Kaiser. We don't actually need tutorials, so that's all gone. Don't worry about it. And yeah, here is the Jury Fury setup, the quite infamous one. I was saying to Josh earlier when we started, this is nothing like he's ever seen, even. Yeah. So very interesting one. I'm going to remake that. But yeah, you can talk about save marker replays if that helps.
Yeah, okay. So there's a mechanic in the early GTA games called replays, where you can you press a button and you record like the previous however many seconds gameplay, and you press another button and you can watch that replay back. It's like supposed to be like demo files for like Doom games and stuff. Yeah. We can make shorter replays by playing other replays and stuff before it. But what Ben just did there, oh god, it's all happening too fast. He made a replay of himself picking up the save marker. Yeah. He got into a car, and then he played the replay of himself picking up the save marker. And then the game's like, oh, you picked up a save marker, teleported him to where the save marker is, teleported you inside the interior, and now you have... You're on mission 0, yeah. So he started Vigilante... Yeah. Which then put him on mission 1, so the game thinks he's doing a mission, which he is. He then teleported to the save marker, which then sets him back to on mission 0. So now he has Vigilante running while he's not on a mission.
I'll actually give you a bit more time, really quick. I have to tab out. I forgot to set my mouse binds. So give me 1 second. But that's fine. It gives you more. It actually gives you enough time. This will only take me a second. Don't worry.
So you got to remember, he's in free roam mode. He starts Vigilante, so then he's not in free roam mode. He then tricks the game into thinking he picked up a save marker, which puts him back into free roam. So now he has Vigilante while he's in free roam, which you're not supposed to be able to do.
Yeah, I realized that I forgot to set my mouse binds. Yeah. And then I was like, oh, it probably won't matter. And now here I was supposed to hold a call with caps lock.
Yeah,
Doesn't work.
you
So
haven't done that.
we'll need to redo that, but that's fine.
Yeah,
it only
okay.
takes like a minute or so not a big deal. I'm just sandbagging to give Josh more time.
Yeah, another thing that fiddles with the on-mission variable is phone calls.
Yeah.
Does it work the same in this is SA?
Yeah,
If you
exactly
hold
the
it?
same.
Right,
yeah.
okay. So when you answer a phone call, it like puts you on a mission while the phone call's ringing, just so you don't start other missions and stuff while dialogue's happening.
Yeah.
So like look at the mini-map, he can't do anything anymore.
Yeah.
And as soon as the phone call ends, like now... Oh, wait, does it end if you shoot?
No,
okay,
that's the only thing that's different.
Right, okay. But when this phone call stops ringing, the mini-map will come back and he'll be able to... Or the icons on the map will come
Do I
back.
have enough ammo? So I wanted to trigger like a cop trap. And you can only do that the first time. There we go, we have 2 stars. So the other way is you can just get 2 stars and a cop will come after you.
Yeah.
Because obviously we need a cop car for Vigilante.
Yeah.
But this works, this is fine.
So he's going to start Vigilante, go on mission 1.
Yeah.
Like now.
I actually need to remake the replay.
Oh, see?
It's right here. Yeah, because I made the
you made the close replay. Right, yeah.
Oh, hello.
Oh, the cop got in the ground.
Oh, I could have just got in that one.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Yep.
So he watches a replay, then he jumps into the marker and records a replay, so it only starts from when he started watching the last one.
Yeah,
so it's
there
a
you
really
go.
short replay. Yeah.
Hopefully that makes a little sense now Josh has explained it. But
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a lot of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's on Vigilante, but also not on a mission at the same time, so he can start other stuff. And now you got the phone call. You're holding the button for the phone call.
I'm currently holding on Mission 0 Vigilante.
Yep.
And then once the call comes in, the reason why we pick up the
Right.
clothes there is because, if we pick up the clothes, it removes our wanted level.
Right, yeah,
And then
yeah.
we can only get the phone call once, we get rid of our wanted level. So I cancel Vigilante there. So I've got on Mission 0 phone call ringing, hold it, and then come in
Yeah.
here.
Right,
the close
okay.
replay will also be useful later on, but it's mainly used to get rid of the wanted level here.
Yeah, we'll use that later.
It's a lot of explaining. Even with like doing it twice there, we only just managed to explain everything really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There we go. So now I've got the call.
Alright, you got the call, but you can also start missions.
Yeah, exactly.
So
So
you're
in
gonna-
this, you can actually skip phone calls, but this is the only time that I'm not going to skip it. I'm going to deliberately walk in the marker at a certain time, which is now.
Yep.
So we start the mission, and as you can see, the dialogue kind of cuts off. It will continue in a second. The only reason it cuts off is because like audio is playing on top of each other. So we've started the mission, Jury Fury, and then the phone call will continue. That's not very nice. And then because we finished the phone call, we're now on mission 0 and we can start the mission a second time. And the reason why this entire setup is done is because with Jury Fury, if you start the mission twice, the cars that you have to damage land on top of each other and damage themselves.
Yeah.
So then the mission is just done. So that's it. That's the entire mission.
Yeah. So
Finished.
when you start the mission, the mission makes 2 cars on 2 ends of the city that you have to damage. You start the mission again, it makes those 2 cars again, and they
Yeah, 'cause
land on top of the other ones,
Yeah.
and they damage each themselves. You just skip the whole mission. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's. Yeah, we call it a dupe, short for duplication.
Yeah.
When we start the same mission twice.
Yeah. If you thought that was complicated, wait until later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do our best to explain it, but it is pretty tricky.
Right.
Luckily, this mission is very easy.
Donations.
Yeah, I mean, you can
Yeah.
receive donations, of course.
Yeah.
Fantastic, thank you very much. Hey, you know how you were expressing your displeasure at Dinosaur Bites, what they've done to your lovely game?
I never
Well-
did that. There's no proof of that.
It turns out the feeling is mutual. Dinosaur Bites donates $20, says, I think I'll have to patch in more tire popping and raining limos. You've gotten far too consistent with this. We also had $8 from Leaf, who says, thanks for all the entertainment. And we've also had $56 come in from Thomas Bennett, who says, howdy from across the pond in Texas. I'm so glad to donate such a worthy cause, and thanks for the lovely show.
You see, he's making the right. Dinosaur Bites is making the classic game developer move, thinking he'll just patch it. We could just play on the old patch.
Yeah.
You can't stop us now.
Well, you see, I will say, one nice thing about Dinosaur Bites is he actually does leave all the old versions on like GTA forums. He keeps all the old versions because he's very much like a fan of speedruns himself. So he is very, he does let us play on whatever patch he wants. Obviously he's like, ideally, I'd like you to play on the newest patch, but that never really works out. So every phone call going forward, as I say, we're going to skip it. in, you know, Josh is used to San Andreas where you can just skip them as normal. But GTA Vice City, usually you'd have to answer a really long phone call here, but you can just press F and skip it, which is very
Why
nice.
did the time of day change?
Because the autosave. So the autosave only triggers if I'm on mission 0 and not in a vehicle.
Right, yeah,
so because I was on the Faggio driving away when Riot passed, it waits until I'm next, you know.
Yeah, and then it advances time by 6 hours.
Yeah, and then when you save the game, it advances by 6 hours.
Yeah.
So the time of day is just going to be completely screwed for the rest of this. But I feel like it's best to have the autosave on, because it might save me a few times.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
Why not?
Is it an option?
No, but you can just like remove the file technically, because you know we're playing mods anyway.
Yeah,
so
sure.
You know, it's not like a really competitive thing. Like nobody's gonna be like, oh, you modified the game of the modification. It's like, oh, how dare you? It's like, yeah, it doesn't really matter too much. You'll see some stuff with that later on as well, because the autosave and also the like outfit mod that is part of this mod requires a thing called Clio, which is like, oh god, Josh is going to yell at me because he's a mega geek. It's like a library that allows you to like mod things further than usual. Like I don't really know how it works. But yeah.
Sure, whatever.
And when we actually do certain like insta-passes and dupes and stuff later on, Clio will actually yell at us for like breaking the game. It won't crash or anything, but Clio will like, you know, throw us like, actually, that's not the correct OOP code that's supposed to happen right now.
OOP code?
Whatever, man. Like, oh my god, let me play the game. Who invited this guy?
Oh, dear.
Yeah, anyway, so so we just killed Gonzalez there. As I say, I used the M4 again. If you... Hello, don't want to hit that spike strip. Yeah, so if you shoot people in their arms or legs or head, you can crit them, which is very nice for killing, like, kind of, you know, what you call, like, mini-bosses like that. So killed Gonzalez, picked up the cop bribe, and then I just used the close replay there to, again, remove my wanted level. If I have 2 stars or less, I can get rid of my wanted level with close replay, which is like an infinite use thing. It also gives us controlling cutscenes, which will break things later on. But yeah, now we're going to change our replay to what would usually be an assault rifle in this car park. It's not actually there yet, because it's, you know, it's going to be there in like a mission later on. But right here is where a camera is going to spawn, and it's basically just a weapon pickup. And basically the way it works is in the mission after this one that we're going to do in just a second, what's going to happen is basically the game is going to, like, when you pick up the weapon, it's going to start a cutscene and teleport Tommy to a certain place. So if we pick it up in the replay, we can teleport straight to that place. So it's just a bit quicker to make that replay and then come back later. This mission is... It's not particularly difficult, that's the wrong word. It's very, very luck-based. So you take a ton of damage in this mission because there are a ton of guys that have a lot of, you know, really big guns. And it's way faster to just kind of throw yourself at it a few times and see what happens. On 90 health, there's like a 50-50 chance I survive, I would say. There's also like guys with Molotovs and stuff, you know. You could get armor, but it's boring. We can just load the save and try again.
Yeah, it auto-saves right in front of the marker.
Exactly, yeah. So. But hopefully we survive, because dying would be super embarrassing. So we jump down here, and as you can see, there's just M4 guys everywhere. Ow. Pretty good.
Oh, nice.
I just need to get my bike, though. Hello?
No, I don't think you're... Oh, okay.
I've got it. Don't worry. Yeah, the one good thing about this Molotov guy is he usually just throws it at himself or like hits a wall or something and just dies. So he's less of a threat, but the guy with the M4s are nuts. Right, so 3 stars. Another thing to mention, why we did the whole like close replay shenanigans to get rid of the wanted level earlier, is some missions in this mod require you to get rid of your wanted level, otherwise the mission fails. This is also one of them, which is why we're pain spraying.
Yeah.
Something to note, once you get 3 stars, cops throw spike strips at you to try and pop your tires. Even if you have the suspended wanted level from here, you know, with picking up the pain spray, they still throw the spike strips at you, even though they don't like shoot at you or anything. So you got to be careful for that. Sorry, what are you going to say, Josh?
Yeah, I was going to say, the mod, Dinosaur Bites made it so that he doesn't like it when you bring wanted levels back. Because he's like, oh, you brought the cops back to the crime organization, man. What are you doing?
Just kind of makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, exactly. So this is the replay that I was talking about. So we start the mission, and it's waiting for us to go to the car park, but we can just teleport, which is nice.
But now we don't get the funny camera joke.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, we do get the camera joke.
No, we don't pick it up.
Oh, you don't pick it up?
Because, you know, what's the point, right? It's not necessary.
Yeah.
So this sounds like cope, but I swear, this garage exit is really easy on original, but wheelies just don't work in this mod. Like, look, I'm holding it back there, but it just, like, it's so much harder in this mod for no reason. So this might take a couple of tries. It sounds like Cope, but I swear I'm really good at this game.
Why would it be different?
I don't know, but like you can see me doing it, right? Like
it's not
the thing
supposed
just
to-
doesn't move. Yeah. I wouldn't usually pick this up either, but I'm gonna grab it just because I shot a lot of like bullets earlier with the 2 stars and whatnot. So.
Yeah, that gun he picked up is the gun you're supposed to pick up in the base game.
Yeah, it's thrown in a different place to troll you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to do the little trick jump to get out.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I need to make the thingy replay. I was too busy picking up the gun and talking about that. I should make the close replay.
Oh, close replay, yeah.
It's important.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about close replays? For a
Yeah, so when you pick up cloves, as Ben said, if you have 2 stars or less, you change cloves so the cops don't recognize you or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're going to use it for that, but also the main thing, yeah, is going to be whenever you pick up close replay, this little cutscene happens. And the way the game remembers whether you control your character or not is like another variable. And it says like, yeah, if it's on, you can control your character. If it's off, you can't. So when the replay starts, it sets it to off, you can't control. And then when the cutscene starts, when the cutscene ends, it gives you control. It just sets it to 0 no matter what it was.
Yeah, it gives you back control.
Yeah. So if you're in a cutscene that you're not supposed to control Tommy, then you watch the clothes pick up. It will take control away from you again, but then give it back to you immediately after.
Yep.
So you can gain control of your character, like in cutscenes, which you're not supposed to be able to do.
And it just so happens that you can do a setup in this mission to basically skip the entire second half of the mission if you can gain control in the cutscene somehow, and you know it all works out quite well.
Yeah.
So this mission is essentially an auto-scroller. All the people we've got to like stop a drug deal gone wrong, but all of the people spawn on fixed timers no matter what you do. But there are like a ton of dudes, and as you can see, the thing said Diaz has a boo-boo, so he starts on less health. Bless him.
Yeah.
So we're also going to use this opportunity to kill our comrades, but not just yet. We're going to wait until they spawn, because if we kill them now, we fail. But if we kill them now, then it's fine. And we're also going to use this, to farm as much ammo as possible, because we're going to need quite a lot of guns to, deal with the other people having a lot of guns later on. So yeah, as you can see, these guys have like Pythons and M4s, which are like really heavy weapons, so you got to be careful.
Yeah, it's pretty much everyone and every enemy in this game just has a massive gun.
Yeah, and they only get bigger, which is like later on, pretty much like everyone has like M60s, and they will like 2-shot you if you're not careful. So yeah, got to be very, very careful. This van here, you can usually pre-fire and blow it up, but it's actually bulletproof. But you can still pre-fire it, because you can like snipe people out of it to make it a bit easier. You can like snipe people out the back and stuff. So I usually just throw some rounds at it and then kill the guys that I leave here. But this is the important part if you want to kind of give us a play-by-play here, Josh.
Yeah, so Ben's going to position himself really carefully. A cutscene's going to play once he kills the final dude here immediately, like now. So he plays the close replay. He now has control of Tommy again. He's running in the cutscene, and he's going to position himself where he can shoot the guy on the Sanchez who's driving away.
In this
Oh, there's
two
multiple.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah, so he
Look at
killed
that.
both of them in the cutscene.
Yep.
You're supposed to watch this cutscene. They like steal the package and then they drive away. But yeah, because you can move and shoot in the cutscene when you shouldn't,
And
he
again,
kills him. Yeah, it does it again here. Regains control of Tommy, and he's just like driving towards the next mission where we can't even see what's happening. You just memorized what to do.
Yeah. That can be
There you
actually
go.
very sketchy because you still have that huge like 4-star wanted level, and you can just get killed in that cutscene because you're driving blind.
Yeah.
So you can end up under the edge of a cop car or something, which is really nuts. Okay, now I know this also sounds like Cope, but this trick is also way harder in this for some
Right.
reason. I don't know why. Josh, good luck with this one.
Yeah, so he's going to get himself intentionally stuck.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, we
beautiful,
did it.
nice. He gets himself intentionally in a weird position where the bike is like, there's no legal place to get off of the bike. So then when he gets off of the bike, it teleports him to the closest AI node that they use for
Oh, that is some
driving around.
really geeky language.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this door.
Yeah.
That'll be
No Tommy's
relevant.
allowed.
Yeah, that'll be relevant later.
Yeah.
But yeah, he gets teleported to the next closest safe place, basically, which is beyond the gate. So we just skipped the gate, which doesn't save much time in this mod since you could skip phone calls anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just a flex, I think. But like,
well, it does
whatever.
still save time because once you beat Guardian Angels, if you were to wait for the phone call, you would have to wait for like 5 to 10 seconds because you're there before the
sure.
phone call comes in. So it still saves like the same amount of time, really. But yeah, it is. Even if it didn't save time, I'd probably do it anyway.
I remember when that, like, years and years ago, when that was like one of the biggest skips in the game.
Yeah. I mean, this mission also has like one of the most mega boomer skips as well. Like the chase skip was found in like 2012 or something, and we still do it. We do like slightly different versions of it now.
What
but
version are we on now?
Well, God,
Do they
it's like
still use
version 9 or
numbers?
something,
Right.
something daft like that. But you can't do version 9 in this, so you have to do version 3.
Right,
I think,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is like 2014 strats or something.
I think I would probably recognize it when you do it then.
Yeah, it's all very standard. The only difference is here is that there's a guy that's hidden who shoots at you, but if you take this route, he'll never shoot at you anyway. But I'll point him out. You walk down the ramp, and you'll see him like behind me there.
Oh, yeah.
He's just sat there. Isn't really any threat. But yeah, and then the difference is that this time they steal a gang burrito, and the other gang burritos shooting at you that spawn randomly. But aside from that, it's pretty simple. So yeah, you can talk through this as well.
Yep, so he's going to position Tommy again right here, and then the cutscene's going to start. As soon as it does, he plays a close replay, gains control of Tommy again. He's now stealing the car that the guy is about to get into.
Yeah.
He tries to get in it, and you drive away. He tries to kick you out, but you position yourself next to this door, the wall, so he can't. And then he's going to get in again. Yep. And now he's just going to be your passenger.
Yep.
So what you're supposed to do in this mission is you're supposed to follow him, and he takes like a really slow route around town to his hideout. But if we just steal his car and drive him to his hideout, the mission will just pass.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, usually they take like a really long route all the way around the mall, and obviously they don't drive at like top speeds as well. So this saves a ton of time. And you know, the mission is, as far as the mission's concerned, he's there, we're there, problem solved. Right?
Yeah. Is this burrito heavy?
Yes.
It is. So you do that? Okay, so you're just going to do a thing now. So normally in Vice City, famously, if you go in the water, you die because Tommy can't swim. And if you drive into the water, you'll die. But this vehicle has a property attached to it called the heavy property, which is because it's supposed to be driven from that by an AI. Basically means it's just really, really heavy, like weight-wise, and just goes
you can knock
through
cars
everything.
out of the way and stuff.
Yeah. So he basically goes past the kill plane in the water and just goes out of bounds, and then the game teleports him again to the closest AI node, and he's just beyond the barrier and just drives onto this part of the map, which you're not supposed to be on this part yet.
Yeah.
There's no mechanics in this game that are like, oh, you're where you shouldn't be, you have 4 stars or anything. You're just, you're now on this island when you shouldn't be, a little bit early.
Yeah, there's another good use of the close replay there. If you do accidentally bonk with low health and you set on fire, you can just put out the fire with the close replay.
Yeah.
Because if you lose control of Tommy, the game won't cause explosions, because that would be unfair.
Yeah.
Like in cutscenes and stuff. But yeah, so it's a very similar thing. We lose control of Tommy, so the game just puts out the fire so it doesn't explode, which is nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the temporary loss and regaining of Tommy's control is super useful.
Yeah, it's just like a minor thing, but you can abuse it in 6 different ways all at once. So it's really good. But yeah, so if you're familiar with Vice City regular speedruns, you would be asking you'd be asking me at this point, why did you not go and get the VCN news helicopter? Because it's the fastest one in the game. If you go up there's actually just a Faggio, which is the moped, which isn't particularly useful for me because I want to specifically get a helicopter. We don't use the helis as much in this run, but there is going to be quite a substantial use for it later on. Mainly for the mission after this, but we'll get into that later. So this mission, in terms of the mandatory missions that you have to do, this is by far the hardest mission in the game. Josh here had to use an exploit to beat it in his casual playthrough.
What did I do? I don't remember.
You used the close replay. You used what I use. Right?
Oh, right, yeah.
Because Josh is a big noob. And even though he's been playing GTA for 25 years, he can't even complete the games casually.
Everyone uses close replay here.
I didn't. I deliberately, because I'm a big boy,
okay.
I deliberately did my casual playthrough with no exploits or anything, not even reloading with replays or anything. You know, not to flex or anything.
I was just doing, it's a speedrun mod for speedrunners. I was doing speedrun strats.
Oh. That's a great point, Josh. The worst person in the world just made a great point. But yeah, so the reason why this is so difficult is, even with the close replay, it's still pretty tough, is most of these guys have M60s. And as you can see, we have a lot of health on the screen. You know, the health bar goes off. That is not a lot, let me tell you. It's really not a lot. So the idea is here, say, everyone has M60s. We can pre-fire them, because another thing about the close replay. Yeah, it's hard to do this and commentate at the same time.
I'll do it.
Yeah, go for it, because I need to really pay attention and kill these guys.
So he used the close replay again to do the control thing of Tommy. So that also regains us control of the camera. So it's supposed to be in first-person camera in this mission. And when you do that, the gun shoots really slowly and has recoil.
Yeah.
But by using the close replay again, we gain control of the third-person camera back again. So now he can see higher than he should be able to.
Yeah,
so he's
complete
supposed
free.
Yeah. So you're not supposed to be able to see these enemies yet, right? Because your camera's higher up, so you're shooting them beforehand, and the gun fires its like actual speed.
Yeah,
is,
one
like,
one
insane.
bullet per frame.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it makes the mission a lot easier. Yeah, you see how much health he already had.
Yeah.
He's already like gone
Lost
down
half
loads.
of it, yeah.
Yeah, and you're like
So-
insta-killing these guys.
Yeah. So there is a strat that you can do. This is gonna be pretty bad. This is way worse than you think, Josh. Let me tell you.
Right.
So usually I would kill Lance there, and I would have to not fight my way through this. Yeah, I just took. Wow. Okay, I just said that. Okay, that's fine. I would rather redo the mission, to be honest, and show it off because yeah, that is really bad.
Oh, yeah, now you're a skeleton.
Oh yeah, now I'm a skeleton. Yeah. So we'll go back to the save that we had. That's a big setback, actually. Woo. Goodness me. Sorry, guys. More UKSG. Yeah. Woo. Woo.
More time for donations.
Yeah. So I'll quickly explain it really
yeah,
quick, and then we'll go. So Lance is in that helicopter, right? And you can actually see him. Usually you can't. In regular no SSU runs, you would shoot him at a certain time, and the helicopter would come crashing down, and then you would just sprint up there and collect the briefcase. There's two problems with that. Number one, if you try and sprint in, or even try and fight them, they kill you so quick. And number two, the briefcase is on a certain part of the roof that can't be accessed by Tommy on foot. What you're intended to do is to kill them all, and then grab the PCJ that was parked. I don't know if you saw it. It was kind of like just off to the side. Use that as a ramp to then go up and pick up the briefcase.
That's not
which
how I did
is how did you do it? Did you
I
stand on the barrel?
The barrel, yeah.
Yeah, you can jump on the explosive
Yeah,
barrels,
yeah,
but usually you should like blow them up ahead of time.
Sure, yeah.
That is a way of doing it.
Sure.
Either way, it's not good. Let me tell you,
yeah.
none of those are really good options. But what you can do instead is you can shoot Lance down, but you don't want the heli to crash down because you want that helicopter. So if you shoot it at a different timing, which is like just as precise, you can shoot it so he lowers it down. You can steal the helicopter, fly up to the roof, and take it, which is obviously way better. I'll try and do it again. The issue is that the final cutscene there where that dialogue played, you want to kill that last guy who plays the dialogue, so then you skip that cutscene, which gives you enough time to line it up. So I missed one guy, and that screwed the whole thing because I didn't have enough time to set up the Lance shot and blah, blah, blah.
Don't think it closed replay.
Oh, yeah, true. Right. So, yes, please continue with donations, and I will shut up for a second.
Thank you very much, Ben. We've had a few in for the haircut incentive. Some Muppet called HUD601 donated $20, says, I'll take a swipe at Nico, please. Poppiter donated $20, let's cut. Broken Hyperlink donated $20, haircut, please. Nanakiemi donated $20, top 10. Yes, you definitely are. And we've also had $20 from our good friends at ESA, Nashlax and Lavare, who say, looking mighty fine there, Mr. English and Wavy Josh. Congratulations on another wonderful event. We couldn't make it due to life getting in the way, but we enjoyed it from home this time. Miss all of you lovely folks there, and here's your motivational quote of the day. Remember, it's not about standing out, it's about being remembered. Good luck, not that you need it. Also, can our donation go towards Ruffled Bricks cutting Nico's hair? I think it can. So we have 5 slots left for anyone who wants to get it in. $20 donation, and you can cut one of their hairs.
Have you donated, Josh?
No.
Now is the time if you're going to bust it out.
No, I'm right.
No?
No.
Oh,
It'll give me, I'll be very scared doing it.
You don't want to hurt anyone with your big muscles.
No, my own hair.
Makes sense. All right. So, once this nose turns up a little bit, boom. Then we'll just slowly lower him down. Hopefully I don't soft lock.
Yeah, that can happen.
Nice. The heli did go up, but that's fine. We should be able to catch it down, I think. Maybe.
Right.
Or is he just flying away?
I think he's...
He's just flying away. Lance? He's not in there. I don't know how he's doing this. I'll give it a few more seconds, and then we might just have to man mode it.
I think you're just...
Okay, fair enough. I'll be honest, I've never seen that happen before. That's brilliant. Okay, I guess we're fighting. This is going to be really fun and not painful at all.
Alright, you're fine, you got this.
Yeah, so these, as I say, these guys absolutely destroy you. I'm going to be a little more cautious this time, because if I have to redo it another time, it's going to be a little bit embarrassing. Right. Josh, talk about your day. How was your day?
It's pretty alright.
You say probably all right.
Pretty alright. It was
pretty
good.
alright.
Yeah. I played some board games.
Nice.
I watched some Tiny Tim Granny
Hello.
story thing. That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Now I'm watching you do this.
I am sweating bullets.
Yeah, I have noticed that you are very sweaty.
I am sweating
Your
bullets.
wrist rest on your keyboard is pretty gross right now.
Thanks. I'll wash it after, don't worry.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
All right, okay. So, right, I think we've killed everyone. Right, so yeah, the intention is that then we then have to bring in this PCJ.
Right.
Or we could have used explosive barrels, but I've used the PCJ before, so let's go with
it's
that.
probably fun. You have to like nudge it for ages.
Yeah, exactly. And we just need to get it up here.
Oh my! If that had killed you,
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? Funny.
That would have been the end of the marathon, I think. But yeah, there's another problem with this strat as well, is that there's a glitch in this where if it's like raining outside, for example, obviously the bike is like, it's very difficult to get upstairs and stuff, but it still happens even if it's indoors. So yeah, it can be terrible, but we did it. We finally got through it.
It's really annoying because they knew when you were indoors to show the graphics of the rain, but they don't take away the physics. It's just Rockstar. It's just like, what the...
They also have like weather types for like interiors and stuff, so they're like, they obviously know it's different.
Yeah. They just don't do it.
Very strange. Anyway, so next mission. This one is what we stole the helicopter for mainly, because the difference between this one is, you might know if you've played Vice City that it's like a very common strategy where you can go down to the docks and steal the fastest boat, and all you've got to do is you're just going to go up next to it and press F and it'll teleport you in. But what Dinosaur Bites did was he put a gate there to make sure that you can't, you can't just walk in and steal it.
Yeah.
So instead, we're going to fly over the gate and then steal it anyway. That's what this is mainly used for. But yeah, this trick is basically as old as time. All that it is that there's no animation for entering and exiting boats. You just kind of teleport in once you get to a certain distance, and it just so happens that you can do that through the fence. So we just press F here and we just get in, and that's it. Obviously saves a lot more time in Titan Vice as well, because all those guys have ridiculous weapons, and I'm on 40 health, and yeah.
I'm surprised Dinosaur Bites didn't just move the boat a little further away.
That would have also worked. But then maybe he would have had to then move and like remodel the whole crank thing that's holding it, like the system that holds it up.
Yeah, true. Yeah, it would look kind of weird.
Yeah. One thing we're going to do here, Mega Boomer strat, is we're going to repark the boat. Yeah, so in this next mission, this boat is going to disappear because it's not really going to disappear, but we're going to use it for the intended part of the next mission. But if we move it out the way, then we'll actually get to keep that copy and then use a new copy in this next mission. And then afterwards, at the end of the next mission, we'll be left in like no man's land with not a whole lot going on. Excuse me. But we can use the boat to then go to our next destination because it's on the other island again. We're going back to see Cortez. So obviously a boat is a really fast way to get over there. The differences in this mission is, again, this is like the second half is an auto-scroller. Again, it's very difficult, even with close replays. Like, I need to pre-fire people really quick because they have M60s and they will kill me in a matter of seconds. And also, when you go this way, you have to like race the guys to get to the place. Or is it like a dealer or something? I don't know. And the fastest way to do it in speedruns is to go all the way north. But as you can see in a second on the right-hand side, just under, I'm going to point, so right there, there will be a guy that spawns, and he has an M60, and he will shoot you.
Yeah.
And then also at this bit where we're going to turn in, we're going to drive right past him, and hopefully close replays will be enough to get me through. This guy also has an M60, and yeah, set me on fire. Yeah, but we can use the close replays to just kind of blow through that. He can blow me up before I have a chance to heal myself, because, we can only do so many strategies. So here, the second we gain control and we're able to play a replay, play it, get down, crouch, kill these guys as soon as possible. I missed him. I'm joking. Okay, I think we're
God, you've already lost like
as you can see,
health.
I killed them within like 2 seconds, and I still lost 2/3 of my health, and there is still 2 more groups of guys to go. So yeah, it's going to be a bit mental. HUDs, in the meantime, read anything you'd like, soldier.
Thank you very much. We've had a $10 donation from Racoin who says, good luck on the run, Ben. Also, hi Josh, hi Faye, hi Discord people, and all of the attendees in the background.
The 10% crew or whatever they're called.
5%.
5% crew, excuse me. Sorry, HUD's gone.
No, it's fine. And we've also had a $5 donation from Hossel. It says, wowee, Titan Vice. Here is $5 for Crisis from Hossel, Riggy, Mackenzie, Rake. Have a good one, guys.
Thank you, thank you. So yeah, those were the guys. The first guy that I killed, he has an M60. The passenger of the helicopter has an M60, and he shot 1 more bullet at me. So now I'm 1 health. 1 more M60 bullet, and I would have been dead. But thankfully, I killed the guy up front as well. So now all these guys They're just drivers. They're no threat to us at all because they just keep on driving on.
If anything, you kill them, they're more of a threat.
Yeah, exactly. So if we kill this guy, it's actually quite a noob rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Because if you kill him and then Lance hits him, he can like flip or knock you off course or anything. So the best thing to do is to just leave them alive. And then we're going to do some more close replay cutscene abuse here. We're just going to, when we pull up to the jetty, we're just going to play the replay, and then we can just see you later to Lance, go and take our boat, and off we go. See you later. Again, this is a fully blind drive, so I only drive a little bit because I'm too scared to. There's a bridge in front of me and a huge shipwreck, and they're pretty hard to like navigate. You see these here, so I just go a little bit. I go just out of camera, so it looks like I'm, driving blind. It looks like I'm really cool, and then I'm actually just doing a little bit. So yeah, this mission, Say Yes Sir, is the one where you have to steal the tank. It's a very well-known mission, and in the regular. In the regular game, this one heals you, gives you full health and armor, because you're dealing with the army, so it's a pretty big one. As you can see, I don't get health at all, because why would I?
You get snow instead.
Yeah, I get 4 scripted snow, which driving a tank in snow is not the easiest thing. And also, this mission is pretty difficult because the other big kicker is that there are 2 garages that we're going to use. One of them is used during Say Yes Sir, where you have to put the tank into the garage to pass the mission. And the other one is in Copland, which is on the other side of the island, where we need to steal some police uniforms. And what Dinosaur Bites did was he swapped them. So we're going to go to the Copland garage, which is way further away than where we're going, and we have the same time limit, or maybe even less, I'm not sure.
I think it's the same.
I think it's the same. And then also, the bridge that we have to go across to get to the new garage that we're referring to, that one is like a death bridge. Like, there are, obviously we have 5 stars from the FBI. We can also like bounce off our own door and drown because we like go over the bridge, or we like hit something and it's tragics.
Yeah.
So, not going to be a lot of fun. In the meantime, I'm going to make a replay over the Cherry Poppers Ice Cream Company, and we're going to be using this later. Josh, do you want to talk a bit about replay buying stuff?
Yeah, so this is one of the original like glitches found in this game, the replay glitches.
Yeah.
There's going to be properties that he needs to buy throughout the run to like progress the story. He needs to like take over the city or whatever. And normally when you buy them, you have to like have enough money to spend to purchase them or whatever. That guy took that bike. Oh, they always happen.
Yeah, he's trying to move it out of the way.
Yeah. So he needs to buy the properties in order to progress the story. But if you buy something in a replay, it takes like the replay's money away. So you need to have enough money to have been able to purchase it before you try to. But then it just deletes the replay's money, and then the replay ends, and you go back to having the correct money.
Yeah.
So you basically can buy things for free as long as you have enough to like initially purchase it.
Yeah.
So he's going to be using that for all of them. Do you buy any straight up? Because otherwise you won't have enough money, right?
I buy Printwork straight up because that's the last one, and we have all the money at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the other ones will be replayable.
Yeah. So he's going to like use the replays to like buy properties without actually having enough money for all of them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if we didn't do that, we'd have to like grind for cash, which would be
not very fun.
It's like 2013 strats. Like,
yeah. And it's also particularly another good reason why we're going to use a Cherry Poppers one in particular is because if you buy it inside of a replay, again, a cutscene plays that teleports you to the business.
Yeah.
So we can then basically use it as a cross-map teleport as well.
Yeah.
So later on, we're going to complete a mission that takes us all the way to North Point Mall, which is on this island, and then we want to be back on the other island. So then we're going to buy Cherry Poppers, and it's going to teleport us all the way back, which just saves a load of travel time. So here we are at the wrong garage, and go in here. And right, as you can see, there's a PCJ right at the end of this. And with any luck, that cop is right there. So if I steal this PCJ right now, I'm going to instantly get a wanted level. So I'm actually going to wait for this guy to leave, even though this seems really slow. But trust me, it's actually quite fast. Because, if I get a wanted level, I can't take the phone call for the next mission, and the next mission is literally just around the corner.
Yeah.
So if I were to steal the bike, I would then have to get rid of my wanted level and stuff, which is just not a good idea. So, now I can steal it. I don't care about the wanted level anymore. That sounds really counterintuitive, but trust me, waiting for the wanted level to expire is so much worse.
It's not similar to picking up a bribe star either, because they've all been moved.
They've all been moved. Yeah, that's something to point out as well. All of the rampages, hidden packages, what else? Stunt jumps.
Yep.
gosh.
Yeah, Bribe Stars, armor
Bribe
pickups.
Stars,
Oh, that
yeah.
one's the same.
Well, the health and armor is actually the same.
Oh, okay.
And the guns and stuff. In Titan Thrice, they all got moved. So,
Right,
you know,
yeah.
because this wasn't hard enough.
Yeah,
When he made
yeah.
the GTA 3 version, it has all that moved as well. So, yeah. But then he did add in a couple of useful things. For example, again, Josh is going to go mental because VCS. If you go to this roof, similar to VCS, there is a police helicopter here.
Oh, yeah.
So we can actually use this for this mission, because this mission with a helicopter is 10 times easier.
There's actually a lot of VCS stuff added into this game. You can buy Vic's property
Yes.
from the other side of the map, yeah, and the PCJ spawns there like it does in VCS.
Yeah, exactly. That was actually put in to make this route possible, funnily enough.
What, this helicopter?
No. The fact that you can buy the property.
Oh, okay.
I'll talk about that later. It's going to be quite a bit later on.
Right, okay.
But yeah, the route would be very slow and very inconsistent without it. So when I theorized the route and said to Rob, like, you know, we'd need a property, he was like, oh, well, maybe I can put in something there.
Right, cool.
Yeah. That's how I like to do my speedruns. I complain to the developer that it's, you know, it's not good enough.
Does that property have an interior? Can you go?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay,
you can't
right,
go into
right.
it. Yeah. Josh, you should complain to the developer.
Just take the VCS model. So
Yeah.
how hard could it be?
Yeah. So as you can see, I'm getting shot a lot here already.
Yeah.
If I were to go to the usual spot, I would just get gunned down so quick. So instead, I park in this corner because it's a bit further away, you know, a bit further away from danger. But yeah, we've got time. I'm just going to kill these guys and then go and collect Lance. HUDs, any quick message or quick donation or anything, go for it.
Yeah, one quick donation for you. $45 from Baller for Life, who says, "Get him, Vic. We got to find out what he knows."
Yep. So now we're just waiting for Lance to stop talking, and then we need to basically corral him to getting into that helicopter that we just parked.
Yeah.
Without
dealing
getting
with
himself,
Lance as they are,
without getting him
it's-
stuck or killed or anything.
Yeah, exactly. So Lance is very like manipulatable in terms of his AI. As long as you hold sprint, he will sprint after you in a straight line. So I'm taking a very direct route to make sure that he doesn't get stuck on anything.
Oh,
With any
yeah,
luck,
nice.
he will. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just a blind faith. If you keep turned to look at him, he'll keep being slower because you're stopping.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so you just.
And then we're gonna head on the outside a bit just to make sure we don't get shot.
Yeah,
too much. Yeah, so usually if you leave the compound in like a car, which would be the intended way, you know, there's a couple of cars waiting for you, a bunch of Diaz's goons will come after you and, you know, ram into you and stuff like that. And that's what makes this mission so notorious and what makes the heli strat so much easier. It's compounded in Titan Vice because also if you were to take the car route right here, there would actually be a trap with a bunch of guys with M60s that would just absolutely destroy you if you were there. One time I actually did a run, and they were just there anyway. I have no idea. I spoke to Rob. He had no clue how I triggered them, because I didn't trigger the line that then triggers them.
Yeah.
But they just spawned anyway. So yeah, Lance is saved. Yay, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I love these wonderfully sarcastic messages.
Yeah.
You can tell that, you know, sometimes you got to put your opinions in your own mod.
Yeah, Big Man, Big W was pretty great. I love
Yeah,
that when that
pretty good.
happens.
And also, if you play a replay, it says cheating at the top.
Oh, yeah, cheating.
Instead of replay.
Yeah. I remember that I was doing Thrice. I kept using the bribe replay, and Rob said, "I'm cheating." And I was like, "I wasn't." He's like, "Yeah, you are. It says on the screen."
The game even says so. Yeah. So this mission is very short and very easy if you were doing regular any %, because you can clip right through the doors. But this is what we were saying before. That no Tommy allowed kind of sign actually forbids you from doing that strategy.
Yeah, there's like actual hitbox there now.
Yeah. So instead, we've got to do this the intended way. And doing this the intended way is not particularly fun, let me tell you. Because again, most of these guys have M60s. I'm going to try a strategy that basically what it does is it skips where Diaz would like spawn and come out and you would like have an actual one-on-one with him. So it's kind of what you would do if you were to clip inside, but I'm going to do it without clipping inside.
Right.
But I've got to fight these guys first.
Yeah.
So give me a second here to remember.
Again,
yeah, Lance says this way and walks into a guy, so I'm going to save him there.
Yeah, again, the enemies all have massive guns. It sometimes plays to benefit since we can pick them up.
Yeah.
But, you know, you have to kill them before they even take a shot at you or you just die.
And obviously Lance dies in like 2 hits as well.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, so this guy has an M60, got to be very careful. This next guy doesn't, so don't really have to care about him too much. But then this guy does. There we go, that's all those dead. And then in this next room where Diaz is going to be, all of these guys have M60s.
Right.
So there's 1, 2, 3, possibly one on the stairs. He sometimes spawns. This guy, the guy on the stairs isn't there. Sometimes he can troll me.
Ben, why are there yellow weapons on the ground if they all have M60s?
Well, shut up, Josh.
Seem like half of them like immortal.
Right, anyway, so I'm going to walk a really specific route here to walk around the radius of where the boss fight would spawn.
Ah.
And with any luck, we can walk in here, and we haven't triggered Diaz's AI, and we can kill him like that.
Nice, nice.
That is very difficult, let me assure you. This is definitely how property ownership works. Deary me. Rightio. So, I'm going to save the game here, deliberately. Not for any like safety strats or anything. It is legitimately a fast strategy. I'm going to start Shakedown. This is the mission that I was talking about before, where you have to go to the mall, and we have to destroy a bunch of windows. And this is the rare case of randomness in Vice City. Do you remember how it works, Josh?
So you're going to need to shoot a bunch of windows to like agitate the property owners of the mall. And the window, it has, okay, it's like every time you hit it, it's a 50% chance of breaking.
I always forget the numbers.
Right.
But, the important thing to know is that the first bullet never breaks it.
Right.
But then every subsequent bullet has a percentage chance to break it. I think it's like 20 or 25%.
Yeah, okay.
Like that. But yeah, the point is that technically speaking, you could stand there and empty an entire clip into a window and it wouldn't break.
Yeah.
I don't know why they made it random instead of just giving them like health.
It's kind of like that usual free vans formula, where the first one never works, the second one's 50-50, the third one should always work.
Yeah.
But I wonder why they didn't do it.
Yeah, it's very strange. The caveat here, and why I'm going to run a little further away from this window before I destroy it, is a security guard spawns every time you deal with it. And as you can see him there, he has a very powerful gun that will kill me very quickly. So yeah, I've got to make sure to, whenever I like destroy a section, I've then got to make sure I get really far away so I can like snipe them. Because if I stand point blank, I'm dead.
And he's using the replays here to like reload his gun, so he doesn't actually have to like reload it or switch weapon or anything.
Yeah, exactly. So here, I don't want to get into a gunfight when I'm going to buy weapons. So I'm actually going to buy the weapons first. Buy armor, grenades, sniper rifle. That will all come in handy later. Because if I shoot where that guy is, he's then going to shoot back at me.
Yeah.
Because he thinks that I'm attacking him, the guy inside the ammunition. So yeah, got to stay away. These ones you can mostly do as normal with the grenades. Do 1, 2. Should blow them up. Yep,
Yeah,
nice.
cool.
And then just M4 these ones down. And the mission will pass before these guys will come to me. But as you can see, like sometimes the glass goes off instantly, sometimes it doesn't like that. So, now, as soon as I finish the mission, I'm going to keep these 6 stars, which is bad.
Jesus.
So, the way I'm going to deal with that is I'm going to teleport using the buy warp strategy. This is like a frame perfect thing, so you just got to mash it a few times. I'm not that good to do it frame perfect all the time. And we've teleported to Cherry Poppers, and the game also thinks we're still inside the mall. Do you want to talk about that, Josh? Do you remember how that works?
Yeah,
while
so,
I do this.
So the game considers you still inside the mall, since like if you go in the mall, it's like, oh, you're in it, and then if you leave it through the doors, it says, oh, you're not in it. We never left from the door, so the game is still thinking that we're inside the mall, and that's going to be useful because in the next mission, when we enter the mall, we trigger 3 stars, 4 stars,
5 stars.
5 stars.
Yeah.
We need stars for the next mission. So he's gonna run blind back towards the mansion. He did a thing there where he set up a replay of him using the save point.
Yeah, using 2 different save points. That's why we saved beforehand, so I can teleport here.
So he's going to watch him picking up the save point, so he gets teleported to the save point once he's close enough.
It's the mission after this one, by the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you're going to keep that.
Same principle, though.
Yeah, okay. So he's going to make it so the game still thinks he's in the mall all the way until the next mission, and then the game will actually check whether he's in the mall or not and give him 5 stars if he is, which is what we want.
Yeah, exactly. After this mission, we're going to do Copland, which is the mission that Josh is referring to. And yeah, essentially how it works is you need to get the cops' attention, and you need to go into a garage, the other garage that I was talking about before. We need to go there, and only if you have 2 stars or more, then 2 scripted cops will spawn in at the garage, and then you need to get them into the garage with you and Lance, and you can steal their uniforms. It triggers like the next section. Yeah. So usually you would have to get a wanted level by, like causing chaos or like robbing a store or something. But if you just start the mission with a huge wanted level, then that's, skips that entire section. so it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, these two guys up here, these have M60s and deceivingly high amounts of health. So usually you can one-tap people with your own M60. Oh, they don't have M60, sorry. They have one-tap shotguns instead, which is even better, you know.
Yeah.
Even more damage. But yeah, you actually have to shoot those guys on the ground as well. Otherwise, they'll get back up and destroy you. So you've got to be careful there. And then this section here, instead of guys driving away on bikes that we need to snipe, they instead have Deluxos, but we're just going to blow them up with the M60. With any luck, that's a really good spawn, actually, if I can keep it. I want to park a bike or my Infernus, whichever works, and this guy's going to try and steal it, so I'm just going to kill him, because he's trying to get back on his bike. How dare you? So we're going to throw 2 grenades here. These should destroy those guys. Yeah. And then I'm going to crouch down, because crouching means that the game can't force me to walk towards the cars. So I'm in a much better position to then snipe these guys. And I should just be able to blow them up pretty easily. Yeah, he's on fire, so we're good. I think.
He is on fire. Did he pop your tire? Oh, no.
No, he popped someone's tire.
Yeah, not yours. I heard the sound and got instant PTSD.
Yeah, I was getting I was about to scream a little bit there. Yeah, we can actually take this shortcut because there's no stunt jump here. So usually this would be slower because the slow-mo would trigger and we just have to go over the bridge normally, but we can actually take it this time. And yeah, so here we're actually going to teleport because usually you would have to walk into the mansion, but we actually can't get in there because the doors are still locked even though we own the mansion. So we can teleport in, thankfully, and then we need to save and load the game. Because I'm going to use the helicopter on top of the mansion for this mission, but it only spawns in if you save and load the game here. So we're going to do another blind walk here. There's a lot of blind walking. You really need to know where you're going. And we're going to go to the end, go to the right, go up, left, up the stairs, up the stairs, up the stairs, and to the roof. And it's going to teleport me back inside, but then we just go out again. And here's the helicopter. Now we need to take the Avery call. And then we're just going to go ahead and start the mission. HUDs, anything to say? Go for it. Got 30 seconds or so here.
Thank you very much. We've had a $25 donation coming from Prometheus. It says, "Hi folks, since this weekend was bonkers, I totally forgot about UKSG Green. Nevertheless, I appreciate your work, efforts, love, and all the things you do for people who aren't as fortunate as most of us. Maybe one of these days I can attend a UKSG event, and maybe I can manage to get a hand on one of those brutally sour sweets Huds is enjoying all the time. Lots of love and stay awesome, Prometheus."
Awesome. So yeah, as you can see here, we've instantly got 5 stars.
Yep.
This is fast, but it's also very scary. Because, yeah, 5 stars is 1 away from the army. So as you see, all the FBI guys are crowding down there. But this one isn't too risky because we just fly over all the problems. Usually in any % no SSU, you'd have to drive to the garage on a bike with the 5 stars, which is really scary. But it's not too much of a big deal here. All we do is we just go here.
Hello.
There they are. And we just sprint in, get Lance in by, again, holding sprint. And these guys should come wherever they are. Hello.
There's one.
There's one.
There we go.
Can you imagine if it just didn't spawn? I'm just sat here like, fair enough, lads. That's the end of the run.
Yep, so you're going to take their uniforms, and then we can do the rest of the mission where you need to... Well, you pretend to be a cop to get past, like, 1 guard.
Yeah, basically,
It's pretty pointless.
Yeah. So, yeah, we need to go and plant a bomb inside the mall. And, yeah, we need to... You're intended to, like, properly roleplay. Like, you know, get your cop uniforms, get a cop car, drive in, and then drive out again. But the helicopter is much better because, obviously, you've got a cop car... and you get 5 stars by blowing up the bomb, and then you're in the mall, and you can't pay and spray because you're in a cop car, so you're just going to like drive back with 5 stars, but that's just crazy. So instead, the much easier thing to do is to get a helicopter and fly back. So, in another thing of Dinosaur Bites trolling speedrunners, if I park the helicopter in the usual safe spot, it will actually despawn, because 2 cops spawn with mega guns that will destroy me. So it not only gets rid of my helicopter, but then also I would get insta-killed.
Yeah.
So instead, what I have to do is I have to park it in a really risky spot, which is on this side of the mall, over in this corner, where a ton of cops spawn, and I've just got to deal with it, basically. But it's still much better than, you know, dealing with the regular, like the regular strategies.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you can see, this guy, he has an M4, so I'm going to kill him. And then we're going to walk in twice, because, again, the whole interior mode thing. These guys shoot at you instantly, so you're going to be very careful and kill them, because they're aggroed onto you the whole time. Troll, mission failed, doesn't actually fail. You've got to run, otherwise the bomb explodes. And now, yeah, everyone's going completely nuts. We get out, 6 stars, and we've got to get the heck out of here before we get absolutely wrecked, hopefully.
Or a tank just comes and kills you.
Insta-kills me, yeah. If a tank collides with me at this point, I'm instantly dead, even on full health, but we seem to be okay.
Okay, no one with an M4 has shot you yet.
Good, yeah, okay.
Right.
So, if you thought this bit was easy, this is where it gets hard. So, Josh, do you want to talk a little bit about Insta-passes? Because we're going to be Insta-passing Boatyard.
Oh, God, you keep passing me the really hard things to explain.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Again, you don't have to try too hard.
Yeah. So earlier I said, back when I talked about OM0 and manipulation and stuff, I said like 99% of the time the game just crashes when you like do bad things. We're going to do a really bad thing now. We're going to start a mission and then start a different mission. And basically the memory of these two missions are going to overlap, which normally just instantly causes a game crash. But there's the rare exception where it doesn't, and like really weird things happen.
Yeah.
And one of the weird things that's going to happen is that the mission we're going to do is just going to instantly pass. Like the op code, not the OP codes. The op code is going to trigger to pass the mission. It's just, yeah, it's very technical, but the memory just gets all scrambled, which is, I'm basically just saying the game gets confused.
Yeah, I mean,
in a just slightly less worse way.
you basically jump to like a part of the script that is like the part where the mission passes.
Yeah,
so it just runs that code and goes like, yeah, nice one.
Yeah.
So the two aforementioned missions in question are Taxi Driver, which you can start by getting in a taxi and just pressing your submission key, and the Boatyard, which is an asset that we need to buy just in a few seconds here down at the docks. So I'm going to fly here and hopefully get a taxi. This is, again, kind of luck-based. Get one on the street. There's one here, though, which is very nice.
Now, here's a question. Does this work in the original version?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so I'm really surprised they work when the game is modded.
Yeah,
because the scripts would be in completely different places.
Yeah, in like Thrice, for example, all of the regular ones don't work.
Yeah.
Like, but
really
these
weird.
particular ones do work.
Huh.
Luckily, because you know,
yeah.
a lot of this wouldn't work. So, Josh, I don't remember if you remember the old route and why you do the Boatyard at all. If not, I can explain it. Because we've got a lot of time to explain stuff.
Is it so the guys drive here?
Yes.
Yeah,
exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So you don't insta-fail Cap the Collector.
Yes, that's it. Yeah, because there's going to be a mission he does later where like the mafia is going to try to take over the businesses that he's bought.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you don't have any, you would instantly fail the mission. So he needs to get like one other one at least.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, the Boatyard's the furthest away one, so it gives him the most time to like defend it.
Yeah. And it's also, obviously, you know, it's nice to just insta-pass it as well.
Yeah.
Because you need to actually complete the asset for them to come and tax it. So it's way quicker than doing an actual asset.
So we talked over it there. It was pretty instant.
Yeah.
But he's gonna get taxi. He's on mission 0. He's then gonna go while holding taxi. He's holding the button to cancel taxi, and then he's gonna start checkpoint Charlie. The two missions are gonna smash into each other in memory.
Yeah.
And then
there we go.
The mission's just going to pass.
For a second,
Yeah, so
this is the cutscene where it says, like, congratulations, you've beaten it, basically.
Yeah, but also you have the fares and stuff on the screen.
Yeah, so the game is in a really bad way right now.
Yeah. But yeah, big man, big W, we did it. It's good enough. And the package is still there.
Yeah, so this is exactly what I was talking about with the thing earlier. So there is actually still a instance of Boatyard running. So if I were to just start the next mission in the route, I would crash the game.
Yeah.
Because Boatyard plus that mission is bad. So what we need to do is we need to cancel the instance somehow, and there are only really specific ways that you can cancel the instance.
Right.
And it just so happens that if you buy this property that Dinosaur Bytes put in there, then you actually, exactly, it actually cancels the instance.
Right.
So it's actually really useful.
So basically this is like buying the property is like a mission that runs like the cleanup script for missions.
Exactly.
And it cleans up all the memory of all the scripts that already exist.
Yeah, so here's the house here.
Oh, yeah, makes sense.
So,
yeah, Vic's house.
Buy this house, and it doesn't crash the game.
Hooray.
And it actually removes that instance. So then, yeah, we can use it. And handy dandy PCJ right here as well. Very nice. So yeah, this is, now we're going to go on to the print works, which is, there are 2 mandatory assets that you have to complete in order to beat the game. One of them is the Vassetti Estate, which we just did with Copland. That was the last mission. And then the next one is the print works, because that's where Cap the Collector starts. So obviously, if you haven't done the print works missions, you can't start the final print works mission. So this is the only time where we're just going to go ahead and buy the property because we have enough money now, and this is the last property, so we're just going to buy it.
Yeah.
Again, if you tried to buy this with the boatyard instance running, you would crash the game. So it's very important to not do that. And now we're just going to do spilling the beans basically as normal. I guess we won't start talking about hit the courier stuff yet because we will have quite a bit of time later on. So we'll keep it fairly basic for now, I suppose. Yeah, let's go and meet Kent Paul at the Malibu Club. This mission is pretty simple. The difference, it's a very similar difference to a lot of the missions. Big guns, some of them have grenades, which is quite bad. A lot of them have M60s. But we're going to take a little shortcut, which you'll see in a few seconds, where I'm going to steal a boat that has been left. And I'm going to go around the back instead of, like, you know, running in and dealing with them normally, because it's like infinitely spawning M60 guys. So we're going to basically take a super secret shortcut. But in the meantime, while I get over there, Huds, go for it.
Thank you very much. We have had a $10 donation from Nick RP Green. He says, I recently told English Ben I owed him a beer if we ever met after he helped me fix an error I was having with Vice City. Since that beer may be some time away, please accept this donation as a down payment. And I would also like to very quickly mention that ESA Summer 2023 is right around the corner on the 22nd to 29th of July. It will be on this particular channel, and first cuts have been released. You will find the link on ESA Marathon on Twitter.
How
wow,
exciting.
that's convenient. You're also one of the people who made those cuts.
Yes.
That's funny coincidence.
Yes.
I
Would
get to
you
build
believe
Lego.
it? Right, so yeah, we're going to throw the bike off here. We're going to be using that later. And there is this very handy-dandy guy who is basically like, you know, what do you call it? Like an in-game way to tell you what, like a player what to do.
Like
like a
I
plant
can't think of the term
almost,
right now.
like,
Yeah.
But yeah, he's there to say like, oh look, there's a boat, you know. And he's there. And then we can go on to this shipping container right here, and do a bit of parkour. If I do miss this parkour, it actually doesn't matter. I made it, but it actually teleports you on there anyway because of jetty stuff. We're gonna kill these two guys. The guy with the grenades is going to kill himself, which is nice. And then we're going to kill this guy. Keep on sprinting down. I'm going to kill this. Sometimes a guy here. Luckily, I predicted him. Otherwise, I would have been not in a good shape. Guy here. Guy here. Guy here. Okay. And, hey, Josh. Remember that cool strategy that you found,
This
like,
is the one Vice City strategy I have. Yes.
Still do it in this one.
Yeah. The Josh jump.
Yes, exactly.
You're gonna Josh jump off the boat.
Yeah.
So you like go backwards diagonally and just jump, and you just happen to land exactly back on the ground.
You see my bike? Any bikes? Any bikes? I just launch it randomly and see if I can find one.
No. I imagine the one at the property's not there then.
I thought I saw it.
Oh.
I'll probably go to the one at the property. That's a great idea, John, actually. Yeah. So yeah, I launched... Oh my god, that guy's doing stunting. What a boy. He's so much better than me at this game, man. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, so it's really important to, you know, keep your bike. But what I do is I just launch it in that general direction and hope that it does it. And usually I don't lose it. You know, again, you probably don't believe me. But this is one of these missions again where if we go back, we'll fail because we still have a wanted level, so we need to get rid of it. The next mission is exactly the same thing. But now we'll get rid of our wanted level. We're going to go back to the printworks, and that's going to be the end of the mission. Now this is where it gets really complicated. Oh goodness. So we need to complete 5 other assets in order to unlock the final 2 missions. But obviously going around and doing all the different assets is really slow. So instead, I'm going to mass dupe this final Printworks mission 5 times. So we're going to be, you know, doing 5 instances of the mission. Keep that 716 in your head, by the way.
716. I'm
Yeah.
gonna write that down.
Good enough. Yeah, we're going to do some really goofy stuff. So right now, we're on a time limit of about 3 minutes. Like, we're on a timer, so we can do whatever. I don't lose time by messing about. Anything like that.
We need to literally time travel
Yeah.
to make this work.
Exactly. So right now we're just waiting. Like there is nothing to do. All I've got to do is go over to a rampage and sit there for 3 minutes.
Yep.
But it gives us enough time to actually talk about how this works. Do you want me to go for it? Or do you want to go for
you
it?
can go. You're right.
Okay. So yeah, because there isn't a lot of gameplay here. So
Yeah.
right. So a rampage, when you pick it up, it puts you on mission 1, and when you fail it, puts you on mission 0, right? Because it's a mission, you're on it, you fail it, you're no longer on the mission. It lasts for 2 minutes when you pick it up, real time, but it's not actually real time. It is a clock, like a timer, that is handled by the game engine, not the in-game clock that says it's currently 8 o'clock in the morning. There is a different clock in the game that you never see that handles that timer, right? So, if you start a rampage, and then that timer goes to 2 minutes or more, then you will fail the rampage, no matter what the game says, okay? So, what I'm going to do is I saved my game all the way back at the printworks, and now I'm going to stand here, which is where a Molotov rampage spawns, and we're going to sit here until about 10:30, so that's about like 3 minutes, 20 seconds, something like that. And basically what I need to do is I need to then make a replay, and then we're going to load the save and go back. But that replay is still in this like instance of the game, and this instance of the game is 3 minutes later in the engine clock, okay? So then we're going to time travel back to where, you know, that's not happening. And then if I press F3, I'll pick up the rampage, because I'm stood on top of it in the replay. But then if I press F3 again, it will take me to that future time zone, and then it will say, oh my god, Tommy's been on the rampage for 3 minutes and 20 seconds. It needs to fail, because it's been more than 2 minutes. So then it fails the rampage instantly. And basically, what that really convoluted setup lets me do is I can basically use it as a free on-mission switcher. So I can just start a mission, flick on mission 0, whatever, do whatever I want. And that allows us to mass dupe missions really quickly. It's by far the quickest way to do it. Because, as I said, we're going to need to start Hit the Courier a bunch of times. But there's one problem. If I start Hit the Courier, the mission, I can't then just go into the replay because the rampage isn't there because I'm on mission 1. So what I need to do is I need to do a thing called man duping. And that is a really silly name. But basically what it is I'm going to jump into the marker of the mission and time it to like a couple of frames window where I pick up the rampage and I start the mission at the same time. The problem is not only is it almost frame perfect, but also the rampage and the mission both start on different millisecond cycles that are impossible to predict. So it's not only really precise, but it's also completely luck-based, which is great. So, yeah, but it's usually consistent enough, and let's go with that. So, if you want to talk any more about it, give any more, like, or fix my, anything.
No, that was pretty good. Yeah, you need to. You can't be on.
Let's do it.
You can't be on the Courier mission and also start another mission either. So that's why we're using rampages for this, because it's the one thing that won't crash the game if we start it at the same time.
Okay. So as you can see, I started the rampage and the mission there. That is good.
Yep.
If I start the rampage before the mission starts, that's fine. I can just fail it and try again. If I start the mission without the rampage, I have to load the save and try the whole thing again. So that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So this being early is fine. But again, I only have a certain amount of time to pull this off because I only have 2 minutes and then however much time I have. So in this case, about 60 seconds to pull this off. So.
Yeah, so these are a bunch of like 2-frame windows he needs to hit over and over again.
Yeah,
so I believe you're jumping up the ledge because that you can't start either the mission or the rampage until Tommy's on the ground.
Is that true? I don't know.
I believe so.
I just did this because I saw someone else who's better.
Right. Okay. Sure. Well, whatever. In any case, yeah, he needs to like time this very carefully.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Yeah, it's 4.
It's 4. This is looking good.
Yep. Classic super hard trick at the end of a run.
Yeah.
Always great.
Luck-based as well.
Yeah.
And also, I'm standing deliberately left because here is where the buy marker would be, which cancels the phone call from coming in. So right now, I would get a phone call usually. I'm well due to get it, but
yeah. Yeah.
It's always better to go too early.
Yeah.
If I go too late, I'm screwed.
Yeah. If he's too early, you can fix it. If he's too late, then
there we go.
Okay, 5. Nice. Okay. Well done.
It doesn't end there though. There's still a lot to do. So now I want to go here, fail the rampage, then make a replay over the save icon to teleport back to later. And now, if I go on mission 1 or on mission 0 at the wrong time, I will softlock this mission. So I run to this specific bench. Don't ask me why I use this as a reference. And answer this call, because obviously calls go on mission 1 and on mission 0. So this just happens to time it, basically, so that the mission is in the right state, so that I don't soft-lock.
Yeah, the game is in a very precarious state right now, where it has 5 missions loaded.
Yes, we're very close to crashing the game.
Yeah. If you try any of these tricks, like I said, the 99% chance outcome is insta-game crash.
Yes.
Like, it just kicks you to desktop.
Yeah, and it's also worth mentioning as well here, if I, crash, because of all the autosave stuff, saving while I'm on a mission 5 times, the save is completely bricked.
Yeah.
So the only thing I can do is load a save before I do the whole setup again. So yeah, it's not good. Really not good.
Yeah. Yeah, so now we need to...
Yeah, I'm going to grab the bike because it's a bit quicker. And we're on a timer here anyway, so...
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Yeah, I'm going to hold the call because we're going to use this phone call to... I'll concentrate and let Josh talk about phone calls in this mission.
Yeah, okay, so in this mission...
Look at all these guys.
Yeah, what the hell? When you're on a phone call, enemies can't shoot shoot you. God, my throat's kept giving out at the wrong time.
Mine is giving out as well.
Yeah, so when you're on a phone call, enemies can't shoot you. But also, if you start another voice line, it will also skip a voice line of the phone call. Yeah. So Ben's got all these cars.
This is the wrong phone call, by the way, so I have less time to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, goodness me.
So Ben is using this phone call to make it so that basically the enemies won't shoot him. These hitboxes are very unhappy.
These ladies
right
are going
now.
to kill me, so I need to go back.
Yeah, your phone call's bad to end. So all these ladies have like massive guns and will like insta-kill you. And there's like, is there 5 of
There's
all
5
of them?
of all of them.
There's 5 of all of them.
God.
Oh, no. So he's got like 5 times as many enemies as he's supposed to have. The phone call, yeah.
I have no idea why I got that other call there. I have no clue.
Is it one early or one late phone call?
It's one late.
So you need to answer an extra one.
But I died on mission 0.
Yeah,
so the thing is still running, and I probably shouldn't have taken that taxi. But
you would have failed one instance, right?
No, if you die on mission 0, you don't fail any
you were straight on mission 0. Oh, yeah, because the phone ended.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so
I think I can save this. I think.
Yeah.
I really hope I can save this.
You don't have any weapons.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's either that or redo the whole setup again.
Yeah,
I might as well try.
Sure, give it a shot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, because he died when he was on mission 0, the game doesn't check if there's any missions that it should fail because you died.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't fail. So you can die all you want.
All still running.
Yeah. So everything is still running. He just now needs to find a way to do the mission when he's nowhere near it and also has no guns.
Yeah. The question is, where is the lady with the plates? Because she died because if you do the mission 5 times, then she gets like stuck under the big pile of cars and dies.
Right.
But obviously her companions can go and pick up the plates as well. So they might be moving. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just need to get down there and see what on earth is going on, basically.
Does this game have the same problem with SA where the map gets overloaded? So we can't see markers, or?
We're very far away from that. I think that does happen, but it's very far away.
Right. So yeah, the mini-map is kind of useless, obviously, because we've spammed it with so many markers.
Yeah.
So we just need to kind of figure this out.
Not get destroyed.
Armor is good, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how that... Is there any weapons around?
There's a very weak Uzi right here.
Right.
It's going to be my weapon of choice.
Okay, yeah, good luck.
My hope is that I can kill, like, one lady.
If you didn't have any wanted stars, you get the next phone call.
I don't think I have any. I think that's the last one.
Right, okay.
Hello.
You're just going to, like, use a little pea shooter to try to shoot these
She's not
guys.
even reacting to me.
Oh, God.
I just want, like, one of them to run at me. That's good.
Yeah. Just so you can lure one of them close enough so that you can kill them, pick up their gun.
Though, which isn't very,
oh, hello,
God.
SWAT.
Oh, God.
Alright, so now you got this to deal with. Do they have good guns? No, they
not
the
really.
best. No, and you're already run out of armor.
Got a new plan.
Is it?
Kamikaze.
Yeah. Okay. You're just gonna yeet the car.
Because if I die again, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose.
So I just need to get the plates and get out.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get some guns here. I need this gun. This gun, please.
No, it's
God, it won't let me pick it
you.
up. What on earth?
I know.
Oh,
yeah, you're just gonna have to like. Are you gonna be able to get in?
Ah!
Oh, okay. Yeah. Wait, they're not doing anything.
Ah! What the? What is
just
happening?
go. Keep going.
Run
keep going.
through, phase through
Yes,
the cars.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I guess
just death warp.
Yeah, I guess.
Just death warp. As long as the phone doesn't ring or anything.
I mean, I guess I'll just. I don't want to risk it.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me this. Give me some guns.
Yeah, I guess you get some guns.
If they're not attacking me, I should make the most out of it.
Yeah. This
right?
is better. Yeah.
This is complete. I've never.
Why are they not
never dealt with
shooting
this.
you?
I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Well, the 4-star.
Get me out. I just need to get out.
Yeah. Just. Why should
my cheater is just shoved in the corner. Hopefully this is abandoned.
Yeah, just
give me armor.
Just give you armor. Yeah.
Hello, gentlemen.
Okay, nice.
You can spray emergency vehicles in this mod. Oh, wait, that's my cheater.
Wait, why was
that? was another.
Oh, that's the other cheater from earlier.
Ah.
Yeah. It's still there.
yeah. I should have known that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you just go to the pay and spray.
Yeah.
Just spray the police enforcer. That's fine.
So.
Oh my God.
We're all gonna sit with bated breath right now because I've never done this like this way in my life.
Oh God, is the game just gonna crash at the end?
What is supposed to happen is I'm gonna.
There's a thing there. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Very careful. So I am going to go. I'm not even going to save warp or anything, just in case I like crash the game. I'm just going to play so slow, so safe. And we're going to go back to the print works. We're going to finish the mission. And by some God-given miracle, I will get the phone call in 20 seconds after the mission to basically say, like, you know, congratulations.
Yeah.
We're going to go on to cap the collectors. It's still going to be difficult with no guns, but
I mean, you've got some.
Very limited weaponry.
Yeah.
And you've got to remember, the hardest mission is, you know, probably the ending one, right?
True, yeah.
Okay, so that's that mission done.
Well, they would look like there were 5 markers.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, this is fine so far.
Looks good. Okay, what I'm going to go and do is, while we wait for the phone call to come in, I'm going to go and get, like, a police cheater.
Yeah.
Or I guess the bike would be better, the PCJ.
Yeah,
Because again, like, as soon as we start this mission, I have a very limited amount of time to go down and kill the collectors before I instantly fail the mission. So, yeah.
What guns do they have? Can you take theirs, I guess?
N60s, of course.
Right, yeah, well, you can take that.
As long as I kill the first group, then I can just sort of take it slow and wait for them to come to me.
Yeah.
Won't be very fast, but, you know, it's whatever.
All right, well, pray the endgame phone call happens here.
Yes. Please ring.
Okay.
Is this the right one? Thank God.
Oh, all
okay.
right, thank God for that. All right.
Thank God. Okay. Right. So, only 2 very difficult missions to go.
With not the correct weapon set.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, with no weapons. Oh, boy. Right. So,
Whoa.
let's say cap the collectors, start the mission. It gives you instant snow, and also the guys that are, you know, basically threatening to fail the mission for you are driving in the cutscene without you. So, say very limited time to deal with this. But let's do it. And say no backups at this point. If the game crashes or anything, or, you know, I can't load any autosaves because it'll brick the save. So this is all one take. Do it live. Whatever happens, happens. Let's do it.
I can't wait to see the desktop.
I want to go this way. Yeah, see the desktop. So yeah, gonna find them and kill them. Usually they would drive to all your different assets and tax them. You actually get taxed like 25 grand per asset in this.
Oh, geez.
And then when you complete the mission, you get $69. There's one big middle finger. Yeah, classic. Yeah, so we need to get down there. That doesn't help. Yeah.
Okay, that was interesting.
Luckily, I got out my my protractor and calculated. Yeah, so this might be tricky, because now I would usually have time to line them all up and shoot them all. Now I don't have that luxury, so they're all already there.
You just have to go while they tax it.
Did I get them all?
No, one.
Oh, okay. I'm going to try and get their guns.
Yeah, desperately.
Yeah, I very much need ammo.
Jesus, okay.
Usually I would have like 600 rounds of this. Okay, we're going to go very slow, very methodical. I'm going to go and pay and spray, so we don't have to deal with the cops.
Do you have time for that?
What, in terms of like the mission?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because they're just coming towards me, right? So I'm kind of on the timer. Technically speaking, the fastest way to do it is to go and hunt them down with the wanted level, but it's so risky and so annoying.
Where is it they spawn? Like
Spawn all the way up north.
Right.
So you have quite a lot of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just want to get through this at this point. I have no concern of going fast. Just want to get through it. If I make it out alive, I'll be happy.
Yeah, at this point, just finish the game.
Yeah, exactly.
And don't look at the timer.
Yeah, I mean, it's going over, I know. But
you did die pen on pen, like, that is a long one.
At that point, it was like, it's not doing too good.
Yeah.
So let's try and snipe these guys. Do as much damage as possible. If not, we'll just chase them down, same as before. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so normally they're on bikes, and there's just 2 of them.
They're very easy to snipe with these guys. Oh,
now,
I did like pop their tires or something, I think.
Yeah, but now they're in a car, and there's 4 of them instead of just 2. Nice.
Again, I'm going to go and pay and spray.
Don't get busted. Okay.
I'll
just
try my best.
Stay there. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Just take something.
I'm better on foot, to be honest, at this point. Don't want that.
No. I mean, you're not going to find anything good here.
I just want to get something like near here, and then
if
I can...
Did you kill him? Yeah, you did. Yeah, nice. He's stopping. Yeah.
Oh, good enough.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Just get in the pay and spray.
Yeah. Don't get busted. Good God.
Dinosaur bites. Dinosaur bites. How could you do this to me, dinosaur bites? Okay. Back we were. See, they're still throwing spike strips at me, even though I don't have a wanted level. Okay. There is also health here that I can grab to be, again, nice and careful.
Yeah, under
Down
the
to the
down
broken
bridge.
bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why you had to do that boat to get on the
Yeah, you
boat
can't use the
earlier.
bridge to go up, yeah. These guys should be on their way. Again, should be able to snipe them with any luck. Good,
Right.
$69.
Nice.
Now we got 4 stars again.
Nice.
With any luck, I should be able to get my bike and keep it.
Yeah.
With any luck. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And then all we need to do is just pay and spray one final time. That will get rid of the wanted level. Again, we need to do it because we need to. Hello. We need to get a phone call for the final mission. And again, can't get a phone call without the wanted level coming in.
Oh. Do you have enough for the final mission?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My concern is the fact that everyone has insta-kill shotguns and grenades.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more my issue. But there's some pretty good strategies to make it fairly consistent. So.
All right.
So this is going to be one final last hurrah with the final mission. The idea is that, you know, if you guys remember that Lance guy, he's going to betray us. And Sonny, who's like the big mafia boss, is going to be coming down. So when we start the mission, we've got to defend our safe from the mob. And they are infinitely spawning. And they all have, as I say, shotguns that will kill me so quickly. And I say insta-kill, and it literally is, because they shoot you. And usually in Vice City, if somebody shoots you and knocks you down with like a shotgun, they're programmed to then not shoot you again.
Yeah.
It's not the case in this.
Yeah.
They will just stun lock you to death on the ground. And yeah, then some of them have grenades, so they'll just throw them willy-nilly and just nuke you as well. So yeah, we have to go in through the back, so they say the Tommy sign is not there. And answer the call. So here's my strategy. Start the mission. Sprint into this corner.
Yeah.
I don't take much damage. so we've got to defend the safe. And you see these guys eventually will start aggroing towards me, but they will run in a specific way that makes them get stuck on the barrier.
Yeah.
So if you line it up perfectly, they can't get to me. I always stand here just in case, because some of them can spawn here, which is very bad. So yeah, it's good to just kind of sit and defend. But yeah, so 60 seconds after starting the mission, Lance will spawn when you're at the top of those stairs. And you've got to kill him. And there's like a whole new section in this mission where Lance flies off in a helicopter off the roof. But if you can get the quick kill on him, then you obviously skip that whole thing, right? So the quick kill on him, usually you just run up to him and chainsaw him. 1, I don't have a chainsaw. 2, if I tried that, I'd be killed so quick. So instead, we're going to do another kind of weird strategy with manipulating Lance's AI. But then 60 seconds after that, this is the indicator so that Lance spawned. Just make a mad dash for it.
Yeah.
Hello. Hear those shotgun blasts. So what I'm going to do for Lance, I'm going to immediately run into this back corner here, and he will actually try and like run after me. You see there?
Right.
And I can actually shoot him before he teleports away,
okay.
and then go back in my happy square, and here is where we'll sit for the next, 50 seconds or so. So 50 seconds from now, Sonny will spawn. That's the final boss. I should hopefully kill him before his goons kill me, and then that will be the end of the run. Tech, I mentioned about the Tech. Hello, Tech. Stop talking, Tech. This is very important. I'm trying to stop you from getting DMCA'd right here, so very important. Remember, there is copyrighted music during the credits, so I'll let you know, but you'll need to mute the game sound.
Nice armor, by the way.
Second. What's a DMCA takedown? Right. Here we go. Should be enough time for Sonny to spawn. Oh, it's so scary.
Yeah.
And, these guys both have shotguns pointed right at me,
Yeah.
so I'm going to take a few steps back, so then he'll shoot the stairs, and then Sonny with the M60. M60 versus M60. Good old final thing. And time is coming up in 3, 2, 1. Time.
Hey. Very good.
What a nightmare.
Oh my god. I can't believe you saved it from that state
Yeah.
you were in.
The fact that I finished
Oh,
at
man.
all is absolutely mental. Yeah. Yeah, so
Nice.
we got a cutscene here that we can enjoy and we can say our goodbyes. Yeah, the fact that it went a couple of minutes over estimate, I do apologize, but I say the fact that I finished it all is mental.
Yeah.
Because yeah, this is really hard, as you can imagine. It's built to destroy you. But yeah, thank you to everyone who watched. Thank you to UKSG for having me. Thank you, Josh, for joining on the commentary, doing the
my
difficult
pleasure.
stuff. Thank you to everyone who watched. Much appreciated. Thank you. And of course, thank you to everyone who donated and stuff at home. Much appreciated. We are all here for a fantastic cause. GTA Marathon.
Is happening.
GTA Marathon is happening.
Yeah.
Right as we speak. It's our community marathon that goes on, very similar to sort of these things. It's running from Sunday, so yesterday, until, Today, yeah. My brain is rotting, excuse me. Yeah, mute the game sound here. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, the GTA Marathon is running. It runs from like 12 p.m. till 12 a.m. every single day. So if you're interested in more GTA community, Josh and I will be there once we get home tomorrow.
Yeah. Yes.
And actually come and deal with our community. But yeah, twitch.tv/GTA Marathon. We'll see you there. And yeah, anything else before we go?
Thanks, Dinosaur Bites, for the mod.
Thanks, Dinosaur Bites.
Sort of.
Thank you, Dinosaur Bites. Thank you so much for this great mod.
And yeah, he's working on the. We got Free. We got Vice
Yeah.
City. He's working on San Andreas.
Yeah, Titan Dreas.
Titan Andreas. Is that what it's called?
Yes.
Right.
I
Okay.
think so.
That is going to be a long time until that comes out. Because
Yeah.
SA is a much bigger game.
Yeah, he's only he's in a one-person
Yeah.
team. Look, special thanks to English Ben.
Oh yeah.
That's me.
yeah.
I tested
Okay.
this. I tested
I'll
this.
be in the next one.
Yeah,
Because
possibly.
yeah, I'm helping. Yeah, he's got a few things that are really funny right now.
stuff.
I'm trying to do a mix of help, but also not spoil myself too much.
That's
so
good
yeah,
plan. Good
watch
plan. Anyway, you guys ready to see some people shave their heads? I sure am.
Yeah, not me. I'm out.
Yeah, not us. Yeah, Huds, sign us off. Go for it.
Thank you very much. What an incredible way to finish off UKSG Green 2023. One final donation for you before we get ready. The Wolves donates $25. Says, congrats on another amazing event. So happy to be a part of it. And yes, as you mentioned, coming up next, we have our closing remarks with Polister, Tricro, and Raymond from Crisis. Plus, you all donated for it. Nico Hart, Ruffle Bricks. Get ready because you're getting a haircut. We will see you after this short intermission.